students, let us we start with the next lesson number 2, defining and raising exceptions. So in this lesson you will learn how we can define the global exception classes and how we can raise the class based exception and how we can propagate the exceptions. So let us we start with the procedure of creating the global exception classes. In this slide you can see how we can create the global classes exceptions. So first of all, if you have created all the classes and want to create the exception class, just go to SEAT, open the package and select the your class in which you want to create the exception class. Then right click on the class and then click on the create. When you will click on the create, it will open a window in which you need to define the your own exception class. So user can also define the exception class here. After giving the name of this class, you can inherit it from the predefined classes of the exceptions. As you know, we have number of predefined exception classes. The first one is cx underscore no underscore check, and then cx underscore static underscore check. Similarly, we have another cx underscore dynamic underscore check. So you can inherit the properties of these classes into your own user defined exception classes. So by this way you can take the inherit from, and then you need to select here the exception class type, because we are not creating the ABAP class, just we are going to get the exception class with the message class. If you want to select, then select and then press OK. So by this way you can create the global exception classes. Now when you open it, define the variable exception text. How you can define the variable exception text? Just go to this text and then it will open a window where you can define the text that you want to display to corresponding your exception, user defined exception. So by this way you can set the text. Your own attribute provide the user with additional informations. Exception text used to describe the exception situation in more detail. Like the user have given here the text, this airplane type and the plane type is unknown. So like this, these messages you can also give. So user defined attributes can be used to provide the information for the exceptions. Now come to the next topic, variants of the statement raise exceptions. You can create and raise exception with any of the these syntax. The first is raise exception, then type, then exception class, and then exporting and importing parameter you can use. That statement that you can use to create an instance of the exception class and raise the exception in a single step. Second way of creating the exceptions, raising exception and then just give the reference variable, object reference variable statement that can be used for an exception object is already defined. Suppose we can categorize into two ways. The raise exception with a new exception object, that means if you are creating your own new exception object, or you are using your existing object. So existing object like LX underscore exception. So this is a predefined exception object that you can use. But in this case, we are defining its own exception object, CS underscore invalid underscore plain type. So create and raise exception object in the one statement we are doing this, and using of the constructor to set the value of attributes we are using, and this is the raise exception with the existing objects. Now come to the next topic, setting the exception text. Every exception class has some text associated with it, and which is usually the name of the exception class. So whenever the exception is raised, the text is automatically displayed to the user. If the user wishes to display the text other than the one available by the default, then instead of text ID, the corresponding constant can be passed as an actual parameter to the constructor. So you can see this is by example. You can this is the default text, use of the default text. We are raising exception here, raising exception, then type cx underscore invalid underscore plain type, exporting. So we are not defining here, it will automatically by default show the text on to the user, but in this case we can use the alternative text. How we can use it? With the help of cx underscore invalid plain type, then calling cx underscore invalid plain type and assigning it to the text id, and this text id we can use for returning to the particular variable, and then variable you can change. Okay, so you can see that this is data lx exception type refer to cx underscore invalid plain type, then catch cx underscore invalid plain type into lx underscore exception, and with the help of this exception object ls underscore exception get underscore text, which will return the text chosen when the object was created and return into the lv underscore text. Now come to the next topic. So this is propagation exceptions over several hierarchy. Propagation class based exceptions, let us we see. Propagation, that means the exception may be propagate from one block to the another block and to block to the another block also. So the raising addition, generally we use the raising addition is specified in the method definition to raise an exceptions. Generally we use the raising method definition. This is the method definition. So in this method definition we are using the raising addition to raise an exception from a method. So in this example the raising addition is used in the constructor method. You can see when we define in the definition part of the method we use raising, but in the case of defining method we use the raise exception and the same type cx underscore exe, same type cx underscore exe. So by this way you can use the raising addition needed for the most exceptions. Now how the exceptions, class based exceptions are propagating here. So propagation one, exception occur in the method, then that means it is occurring in the constructor. So we have chosen this raise exception there. So after raising the exception, the flow will back to the main method. In this main method the catch statement is there, which will catch the exception generated by this method constructor. So this is the one level, and the exception is being handled in the calling program, that is in the main program. Now come to the next topic. Now propagation exception over several hierarchy. In the previous slide we have seen that we are propagating up to one level, but we can propagate it at to many levels, up to several hierarchy. So it is not necessary that the class based exception is handled by the calling method. It can be handled by some other method also. You can see in the propagation 2, propagation over several class hierarchy, no handling needed in the middle layer. So directly the exception which is generated by a particular method, that may be handled by the main program directly. So this is our try and end try. We are creating an object. When we will create the object, it will automatically call the method constructor. So after in this constructor we are calling the method, it will call the method this one, and then we are raising the exception. So when we will raise the exception, it will automatically return to the catch statement of the main program. So this is the propagation of the exception over the several hierarchy. So it is skipping this method constructor and it is jumping directly to the main program. So this was all about the lesson number 2 of the unit number 9.